let's just carry on. Alright, we are here to discuss about Oracle Data Integrator, which is one of industry's leading solution for technique. A word about us: we are warehouse. We understand data warehouse from end to end, and we predominantly deal with Oracle products, Oracle BI stack. We also deal with DataStage and Cognos, and we are present in many countries. Just a So when we talk about data integration, companies, people are confused. What is data integration? What does how do there are different challenges in front of individual. Can my existing systems coexist with SOA, the web services? Then there would be high volume of data. What will happen to my data quality? How about data security? How about role-based security? How to implement role-based security? What about performance? And also, how about what is real-time data integration? What does it mean? And maybe if a couple of you know the meaning of this already, then you would be probably wondering what is the best solution for real-time data integration. What is extensibility? How do I manage high availability across my data warehouse, and overall heterogeneous systems? There are plenty of challenges. Couple of like the most major ones are listed here, and people or companies, managements across industry are confused, right? Okay, so data integration basically is enterprise-wide is a very complicated. It could be a very complicated project, and yes, and there are broad disparity structures, different application functionalities, and um, there are plenty of differences between the various integration architectures. So data integration is still termed as ETL process, but this is the data integration as a term has evolved to a huge change for the past few years. So what exactly is data integration? So if we try to imagine an image, you would easily think of number of transaction systems which are online and which have operational databases at the back end. These operational, how do we integrate the data so far? The easiest way, or in fact the recommended way. The industry practices, we have the staging area, and then we have our data warehouses or data marts, or there is new term coming up, data lakes. These data warehouses are further used to feed the business intelligence environment or the network, where we have plenty of tools which consume these data marts, data lakes, data warehouses, whatever you call it, for this. Now, reports is we use it intelligently for our business. That is the reason this is termed as business intelligence systems. So how does Oracle Data Integrator helps us? and it this particular tool, it combines the elements of all the elements, be it data movement, be it data synchronization, data quality management, or data services. This tool is really capable to handle complex systems across organizations. Um, at the same time, this Oracle Data Integrator has a ability to handle real-time data, real-time changes. And throughout our training session, we also see how do we take care of um, heterogeneous system of not ETL but ELT, how Oracle Data Integrator helps us increasing productivity by declarative design and knowledge modules. So the ETL, what is ETL is extract transformation load, and what usually happens here in this process is that ETL engine performs some transformations or data quality checks, um, now all this is done by a proprietary ETL engine on a dedicated server. All right, but what Oracle Data Integrator proposes is something a little bit different. It is ELT. It is extract, load, and transformation on the target itself. You need any kind of engine. It also supports both ETL. Oracle Data Integrator supports both ETL and ELT style integrations. Just to be honest and to giving a more insight into ELT and ETL, it's happens at the target end. Data that if you transform the data after loading, it would be rather more faster instead before you load the data. Now this is just a flexibility which is offered to you, but go back to you're also gone back you of traditional ETL style of integrating the data. Okay, here's a little bit picture of it. All the source systems, traditional ETL approach, how does it happen is you have multiple source systems and you have one ETL server sitting in the mid, which feeds to target data warehouse. And how does helps you is it eliminates the middle server which is required. It just directly into target data warehouse. How does it help? It actually brings down the cost of your ETL server which is required in the mid, and it increases the performance at the same time. Okay, we have been talking about, or you probably might have heard a lot about declarative design in ODI, and this is a really good feature where programmers' productivity is increased exponentially. Do it. Quite a lengthy discussion, but just to give you a glance of it, conventional ETL design comprises of creating workflows, right? You define the data flow, where your data will flow, what kind of transformation will happen at what level, and so on. But in ODI, the simple declarative design means you define what you want. Do you want to load the data from SQL Server to Oracle? Do you want to load the data from Teradata to Oracle? Or do you want to load the Do you want to create a file out of Oracle database? You want to create out a file out of SQL Server, Teradata, or maybe a web service, and so on. So what you need to define is the source and the target. The workflow is generated automatically. You don't have to code so much of that, and you of course are given flexibility to use built-in templates. And what are these built-in templates? And these are pluggable, hot pluggable knowledge modules. So there are various knowledge modules like reverse knowledge module, generalize, load, check, integrate, and all these KMs were what we call them as a short form of knowledge modules. These KMs are extremely beneficial when you want to design, when you want to create your data integration projects on a very high scale, on a very huge scale, or on a very small scale. Uh, your project can be up and running within a couple of days instead of in weeks. And there are, as you can see, there are a couple of sample KMs which we have listed here. Could be log miner, it is related to Siebel. There are a couple of related to Sybase, or you can also implement um, uh, type 2 SEDs. You can also implement web services. You can use ability of pump or multi-load, particularly in Oracle. So whatever niche features of Oracle are available as in database, all those features would be by default available in various knowledge modules, in different types of knowledge modules out of the box. Okay, how does ODI helps you to integrate is it is a completely metadata based tool. So metadata, this means you can customize it, and you to the limits which you can think of. You can customize, you can integrate this with service oriented systems. You can integrate this with event oriented systems. You can integrate this with data oriented systems. So there is absolutely no limit to what ODI can do with respect to whole of your enterprise ecosystem. Okay, another glimpse of ODI, there's a logical architecture which we have displayed here. We have a designer where we design where we create the projects. Projects are related to something called logical schemas. Logical schema are connected to physical sources. That means physical connections are managed context by logical schemas. So this is a very, very high level So there's something called runtime agent which manages these connections, and you would see a similar kind of architecture functionally on the production side as well. But here in this case you have a repository explorer as well, which is given to business users to explore the data the way they want. Additional, which probably you would tools, particularly in Informatica, just to highlight one of the point, since I get to find out this point here itself. So our users who were confused earlier are happy because all of their challenges, all of their questions are absolutely answered. There is seamless integration with service-oriented architecture or AIA using ODI. It can also handle huge volumes of set-based approach by following set-based approach. This is the data quality or the data integrity can be easily handled by using knowledge module. A particular knowledge module, type of knowledge module is called check knowledge module, which helps you to reduce your or set aside your bad data. Security is managed by user profile. The profile level security or the object level security can be defined for each and every user. You take care of performance via ELT approach. You take care of real-time data integration by another knowledge module called change data capture. There's a concept called CDC or change data capture, which gives ODI the ability to capture real-time changes. Then you can the issue of extensibility can be handled by customizable knowledge modules. You can change the knowledge module the way you want. You can modify the knowledge module the way you want. You can modify the steps. You can delete the steps. You can add your own steps to the various KMs, and all this happens via something called Jython, which is a combination of Java and Python, which is the backend language in ODI. So you can there are various substitution variables by using which you can modify, you can create your own knowledge modules as well. All right. High availability and heterogeneous systems are obviously managed by using Java Enterprise agents. The agent is nothing but another Java thread which usually is used in combination with ODI architecture, with ODI ecosystem, and which helps you to maintain high across your data integration services. Right. So most of the industry challenges are easily handled by Oracle Data Integrator. And yes, now maybe a couple of you guys might be wondering, is it ODI good for me? Now, who should learn ODI and who should not learn ODI? In fact, people from all the backgrounds, it's an easy to learn tool for sure. And in order to understand complexities, you obviously, if you have the background experience of SQL or PL SQL, it's helpful. If you know any other ETL tool like Informatica or DataStage, you're definitely very, very helpful, because in such case you are assumed to know the basic ETL concepts already. Of course, if you are working with AIA or SUA, you must have heard of ODI already, and even in still in the case if you don't know what ODI can do, then again you are the right resource to learn ODI. And what do we need as a skill set? So if you have a good knowledge of PL SQL and data warehousing concepts or knowledge of web services are pretty good to have.